Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I am Iris and I help people receive more love into their lives by loving themselves first. And today I want to talk about the attachments to labels that we seem to get attached to. So for example, we get attached to a label or a role such as I am somebody's wife, I'm somebody's mother, I am the CEO of a company, I am an accountant's assistant, I am a chef, whatever it happens to be. Those are professional labels. There are also labels in terms of how we relate and what our needs are in relationships. So you might be a fearful avoidant, you might be an avoidant, dismissive type, you might be an anxious avoidant, you might be an anxious ambivalent, you might have a secure attachment type. And basically all that really means is how you learned to interact with people in a relationship and what your needs are in terms of how you interact in that relationship. So do you like a lot of space and autonomy in your relationship? Do you prefer to have a lot of closeness and feel comfortable and stable in your relationship when you know that your partner that your relationship is solid and that things are going well? Do you require yourself to build up a lot of trust before you give your heart fully? Or do you fall in love very quickly? Do you like people to rely on you? And are you comfortable reciprocating and allowing people to rely on you as much as you rely on them? Okay, so I have a graphic for you that I'm going to show you, and it's from a workshop that I facilitated and continue to facilitate, but it just basically outlines how each of our attachment type functions in terms of anxiety in relationship and avoidance in relationship. And I'm going to come back around to talk about not getting attached to the labels and why it's important to acknowledge things about yourself and what your needs are, and even have that self-awareness of why you do what you do in relationships, but the danger of having an attachment to it and allowing yourself to be that thing. So I'm going to come back around and talk about it, but I'm going to hold up a diagram of what I use to demonstrate the different attachment types in relationships that I use in the workshop. So here it is. So in this one here, we've got this, and I hope you can see it. Okay, so we've got a line from high to low here, and this is the intimacy avoidance scale. So here we've got low, there we've got high, and across diagonally here we've got the relationship anxiousness. So if you are a fearful avoidant, so anxious and avoidant, you have high intimacy avoidance. You've also got high relationship anxiety. And what that means is that in your relationships, you have a come here, go away. So when you sense you're getting too close to a person, you use avoidant strategies and you push people away. When there's too much distance, you become anxious and then you draw forward towards them. Okay, so that person is high in anxiety and high in relationship anxiety and high in relationship avoidance. Not a good thing, not a bad thing, just is what it is. Okay, this next one here is the avoidant, and this is the one that has very low anxiety but very high need to avoid in relationship. So this type of person really, it's almost like they have one foot in the relationship and another foot out of the relationship. They're kind of in and they're also kind of out. This person needs a lot of space in it and autonomy and independence in the relationship, and they tend not to rely on other people. They compartmentalize a lot of things and are very self-reliant and figure that they don't need to rely on other people, and they don't want other people to rely on them. Not good, not bad, just is what it is. It's what they've learned. Okay? So then you have the anxious person. And the anxious person has a low level of avoidancy, but they have a high level of relationship anxiety. So this type of person wants to have a lot of closeness, wants to be very connected to their person. They need validation that their relationship is okay. Once they have that validation that their relationship is okay, they feel more confident to get out in the world and do their thing. However, when they don't have that validation, they become very anxious and they try and get very close to their partner and get their partner to notice them in an effort to reclaim that closeness. So not good, not bad, just is what it is. And then finally we have the secure type. So they have low relationship anxiety and they also have low relationship avoidance. And this type of person is very good at communicating their needs. They have good boundaries. They are able to rely on other people and have other people rely on them. Not to say that they're not without their problems, because all relationships need work to keep them healthy and alive and feeling very good. Not good, not bad. Just is what it is, and it's what they've learned. Okay? So if you have found yourself in any one of these 4 quadrants, then it's good to recognize that that is you and that you have certain needs in your relationship that make you feel comfortable and the best. So if you like a lot of closeness, but your partner is always, doing things to keep you at a distance, it's going to invoke that anxiousness in you. And on the flip side, if you are more of an avoidant type, you like a lot of space and independence and autonomy, don't want to be have somebody, counting on you all of the time, then you're going to, push people away and in order to get what you want. So none of these types is good or bad. It's just what we learned and what we have experienced in our own relationships. And it starts out from a very young age. But here's the thing about attaching yourself to the label of being a fearful avoidant or being anxious or being an avoidant. The problem with attaching yourself to your label is you get stuck on, this is my type, this is who I am. But you are not your label. You are not your label in terms of how you attach and what your needs are in a relationship any more than you are a lawyer. A lawyer, that's your occupation. A chef is your occupation. A mother is an occupation. So that is not who you are. It's what you do. And in this particular conversation, it is what your needs are in the relationship. So keeping yourself attached to the label, you actually associate to that. And you don't allow yourself for healing and growth. So what I want to say, regardless of which attachment type you are, accept that that is what your needs are. However, don't become attached to the label and make it a thing for you and make it an excuse for not wanting to change the things that no longer work for you in relationships. So if you are always attracting people who have one foot in, one foot out, we have to look within ourselves to see what is it about ourselves that is attracting that type of person. It's about having an awareness of this is what we do. This is how we do it, understanding where it came from, because there's usually some hurt and childhood hurt and trauma to varying degrees that has caused us to be the way we are. Then we have these experiences that support what we believe in our stories and all of that. When we recognize that and go, okay, I want to create something different for myself, We have to abandon this notion that that's who we are and actually look towards ourselves and go, okay, I want to actually create something different. I want to have a different type of relationship and have a different type of experience so that I can be happy in relationships and that they actually flow in the river of life. So attaching yourself to the label is dangerous because it stops you from actually being responsible for your own internal growth. I'm Iris Sirianni. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, consider subscribing and hit that bell notification button to be notified of when I upload some more videos like this. And if you would like some help in your own personal growth and overcoming the challenges that you are having in relationship, I will leave my contact information below this video so you can reach out to me. We'll have a conversation about you and what's going on in your life and how you can move forward to have different experiences. So bye for now. Sending you so much love. Mwah. See you next time.